All right. Shalom, y'all. Shalom. It's Michael Israel. I am on the road. We're on the move. We're gonna be chopping it up. Got a good topic today, and as you can tell, um, the topic is excellence. So doing things with excellence, being excellent. I had began to talk about this topic to the Saints here, but I said, no, this is actually be better if I did this, uh, if I, do this on my channel. So that is what we are going to do. Um, so let me check. Okay. Signal's pretty good, so we're going to get it in. So what I wanted to talk about, and I know I talked about this uh, probably in another video I did, but what I wanted to talk about is just going through how, you know, me uh, growing up, as a black person, you find out, your history, uh, you know, you're told one of the things you're told a lot is like, people are racist and this, that, and the other. And, you're taught a lot about racism. And as you saw from the last video I did, yeah, uh, racism is a real thing. Don't get it twisted. But, um, I, okay, this is going to be good now. Y'all hang in here closely. What happens with our people is a lot of people attribute their condition, listen closely, to racism. So they didn't get the promotion, it was racism. Uh, a lot of my military career, I was like, oh yeah, man, he was racist. That's why I didn't get promoted. That's like throughout my military career, I didn't get make a lot of rank. I didn't really get promoted um, when I was in the military. Not like I thought I should have, and I damn sure the rank the typical person would make at my with the years of service that I had in the military. Um, the rank I made it was below average. Let's put it like that. I didn't make a whole bunch of rank. And I attribute it to, man, these mothers racist. Now, if I was this other color, then I would have made it this, that, and the other. You know, um, on to find out now. As I get older, and I go, I get more educated and knowledgeable of the Most High Yah's truth. Um, it becomes I see where why I didn't make rank. Um, a lot of people attribute their not having a business to racism. A lot of people attribute, um, you know, uh, that's one of the places you see this thing pop up a lot, and only to find out really now, that is not the case. Um, when you say when you talk about racism, you know, me, boy, I'm gonna stir some people up with this, but get y'all let me get all the meat off the bone, and you're gonna see exactly where I'm coming from. So if you look at, you know, being a nation team. So the Chinese people, here we go. Let me see. Make sure I get a good signal. Man, the internet. Yeah, it might have. I'm trying to do this on the road, so I should be getting a good signal here, though. But if you look at the Chinese people, um, they. Let me turn this on. There we go. Okay, if you look at the Chinese people, they know what team they play on, and they they play the game in a team mannered way. They're team China. You know, uh, the India people from India, they're team India. You know, they play their game. The Germans, they team Germany. You know, and you know they know what team they're on. They're not letting people from another team onto their team. Um, we are Team Israel. Now we're a new team. We're learning how to play ball properly. But when you read the word, your economics are your nation's responsibility. Like no other nation can be responsible for your economics, for your morals, for your culture. And that's the problem with us as, you know, I'm talking to black folks because I be hearing us complaining about stuff, but we're missing a huge piece of everything. You know what I'm saying? You are responsible for your culture. Now, what's happened? We let another nation dictate our culture to us. A lot of times, it comes from the music industry, which is basically owned by, you know, the people who say they are Jews but are not, but do lie and are the synagogue of Satan. Yeah, that is basically who dictates our culture to us. Okay, and that's your culture is your moral makeup, how you function morally. Your culture is your economics, how you conduct yourself economically, you know, which basically go hand in hand, your work ethic and all that. When our culture is supposed to be dictated to us by the word of the Most High Yah. Okay? So what a lot of people do is because they look, most a lot of our people, like myself, I will look at um, I look at our culture, or back in the day when I was 19, 18 years old and younger, I looked at our culture and the culture that was being dictated to me from the hip hop culture. I was like, yo, fuck that. I said, yo, I I need to be a part of a culture that makes sense and works. I went in the Air Force because at the time I didn't. What else was there? I mirrored the white American culture, and I said I'm gonna pursue that. I'm gonna find nice neighborhoods to live in around affluent people and develop that because clearly that was a better option and that lined more up with what was in my heart. But even then, I still something was off, and I was seeking the Father on it. And slowly, y'all know Michael Israel's story. Slowly, I came into this, came into the truth, and eventually crossed paths with Pastor Dow, who was walking out of the culture of the Bible. He was living that culture in spirit and in truth. So spiritually, he was living it. Economically, he was living it. Uh, Physically, with a work with that work ethic mindset, he was living this culture out. Um, so Pastor was walking this thing out in spirit and in truth, and with fruit to show for it. Okay, so I got behind, I became a part and followed that biblical culture, which is our culture. Um, I'm saying all that to say this, and even people in the truth, whether they're in straight way or not or whatever, you have people who still don't have not fully grasped this fact that look, the Most High is giving us a book that, in the most plain and simple terms, lays out the perfect culture, the perfect way of life for us. Shows you how to function economically, spiritually. You don't need no psychologist. You got the Holy Spirit. You got deliverance. You got every aspect of living covered in there in a perfect way. Okay? Better than the American culture can put it out there. Better than any other nation. Better than any other nation in this world's culture. You got a way of living laid out in that book that is perfect. And but people have not fully grasped it. They grab at it in pieces. And that was coming in a straight way, being a part of this, seeing what the other communities are doing. It's like this is the way of the Most High, even to the most minute detail. It shows the man, this is your role. This is how y'all need to be structured. This is how you need to be obedient. This is the woman's role. This is the children. This is how you need to be raising the children. This is how y'all need to dwell together in this fashion. This is how you need to allocate stuff financially in the economic sense and all this stuff. This is what your mind, this is where your mindset needs to be at. And doing this enables y'all to function together more cohesively. And all this is there. We have the examples laid out in front of us with Pastor and the elders and all this stuff that they're doing. And it's right there where I see it. And I'm attaining to it. I'm telling you, and when I tell you I'm trying, because I'm working my ass off to get in line with this culture, because I see what it is. I see what Yah's word is trying to do on a spiritual level, but also on an economic level, on a psychological level, on a social level, on any level you could name, on a judicial level, on a justice level, on any level you can name. I see what the word's trying to do. Like, that word is the truth. And it's going to show you're going to function better, more efficiently, and have life more abundantly. You know what I mean? So going back to, look, let's talk about, because my thing is doing your work as unto the Lord, doing your work with excellence. Our company in telecom and everything like that, this is the Most High's company, owned by the saints, employing saints, and we do, our brothers and sisters do their work as unto the Lord. And I'm telling you, like, and we stress it, and all the brothers understand, like, because I got to go into this, but let me talk about the fruit. When we go and do a job for these clients, for our clients out there, they are blown away. I should have put it in here, but I'm gonna show you a text that one of our clients sent us. I'll probably post it on Facebook. And it's just a testament to doing work as unto the Lord and having a spirit of excellence about the work you do. Because what we end up doing, we blow any competition out of the water with the level of service we give our clients, because we're doing this work as unto the Lord. And everybody has a spirit of excellence about them with what they're doing, where they're pressing towards the mark of excellence. Okay? And the clients are immediately blown away with the work ethic, the obedience, the serious mindedness, the peaceful spirits of everybody, the selflessness. They see it immediately. And it transcends color, race, and everything. Okay? It even transcends the prices you charge, because once they see how you're operating, how you're functioning, how literally you care about their business damn near more than them. Once they see that, they're like, wow, they haven't seen it. You know, the other contractors are trying to hustle them. The people are on drugs and got bad attitudes and don't show up and you can't trust what they're saying. And then there's us. We're a beacon of light. When you're functioning like that, there is no competition, man. Like, there is no oppressing. They can't oppress that. You see what I'm saying? There is no all these excuses. I hear a lot of people, man, oh man, the white man got his thumb on my back. He keeping me down and this, that, and all that. Hey, look, that's gonna happen. There's gonna be people who don't want you to work for them because of your color. But all you need is that one. And if you walking after Yah, look, people gonna be kicking your door down for you to do the work. And people, majority of people they just want the work done right and good. They'll pay the price and they'll wait as long as it takes. And they don't care what color. You could be orange and they will hire your ass. You see what I'm saying? So, but I'm bringing it back to the title of what I said here, doing things with a spirit of excellence. But that's the problem with our people. They don't have a spirit of excellence. They're not serving Yah. A lot of people are serving their own carnal lusts and needs. And let's keep it 1,000. This toxic so-called African American black culture that they feed to us, this toxic culture that some other wicked nation that has been on destroying us, that they feed us, is a culture designed to feed the flesh and kill you off quickly. And that's the so-called hip-hop culture, the sport culture. You know, this whole culture where, you know, the only thing that is pushed to black people in America is to be an entertainer of some sort, whether it's sports, rap. It's mainly sports and being a singer or an instrument player or something like that. That's the main thing that's pushed to us, is to entertain. Okay? I'm trying to be the Michael Jordan of business. You know what I'm saying? The Michael Jordan. Why don't you become the Michael Jordan of QuickBooks? And your chances of becoming that are in the 90 percentile. And you're probably gonna make Michael Jordan type money. And people ain't thinking like that. And I'm just hitting on stuff, y'all, that I be seeing with our people. Now, this goes to everybody, though. Any race, white people, whatever color your race is, any race can implement what I'm saying. Because, look, if you walk this out, then you're going to be a part of Israel. Like, this is Israel. Israel's a culture walking out. Now, yes, there's a bloodline seed of Israel. We know that. But the word clearly says, look, if you walk in this thing out in spirit and in truth and being obedient to Yah's word, you are part of Israel. But yeah, So the thing that's missing is the excellence. People, and again, our people are stubborn and stiff necked, and they don't. It doesn't register them. Hey, if I'm one of the hardest, boy, let me tell you, one of the hardest things with Israel is just getting them to be obedient to somebody being over them, teaching them how to serve those around them. That is, boy, with Israel, woo, woo, man, that's when you see them curses come into full manifestation. With and when I say Israel, I'm talking about uh, let's put it with black folks. Okay, as soon as it's time um, to be obedient and to do what you're being asked to do, boy, it get, man. And all this stuff I'm telling you is what it's about, having a meek and humble spirit, and being able to serve, you know, when it comes to dealing with clients and stuff. Look, you there, you're a business. You're there to serve the client. So quickly, when you got people who ain't walking in this truth, man, it come out real quick in their work ethic. Like they just aren't good workers. I don't know. You know, there's some, I don't know the best words to use to break down what I'm saying, but I think y'all understand what I'm saying. Like this stuff comes out in in their uh, in their work habits. You know, um, when you get around people, you start working around people, you can quickly discern their spiritual makeup and what's going on up in there. Um, and all the brothers and sisters now, because we're bringing the sisters into the business now too. But all uh, the brothers that work with us, you can see, you see their work ethic, and what's going on with it. So the brothers we have out there working with us, um, we ain't gonna just put anybody out there, but the brothers we have that work with us, that come out on the jobs with us, are serious. Now the core nucleus of brothers that's in this thing, 110%. That's brother Emmanuel, brother Chris, brother Humphrey, and myself. Um, we're full time on this thing. Then we got the kind of more part time brothers because they work other jobs or whatever. Brother Ralph, brother Shannon, brother Humphrey. I'm sorry, brother Tony. Um, but all these brothers, man, you get us on a job site, man, these dudes is jobbing out. You don't gotta go. If you don't see them, they doing something. They trying to get it done. They locked in. They're engaged. Um, they're on it. They got that mindset. You know what I'm saying? And it comes out spiritually also. But you know the re that's what I attribute to, hey, how we're functioning as a business. And look, if we decide to get into something else like vehicle repair or whatever, it's going to go good regardless. It's going to go good. But you have to have that selfless mindset. And I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of selfishness going on. People are hanging on to this Babylonian culture, and they don't understand the big picture of what it is. Um, let's go, for instance, like me. Like, I'm retired, military. Um, I resigned from a federal job to do work with Israel full time to be able to pour into the next generation. I'm not going to take all the skills and abilities that I have learned out in the world, in Babylon, all the wisdom and knowledge I've gained, And like there's people I've seen, everybody hears about. There's people I know, 50, 60 years old, retired. They retired from the federal, from jobs and stuff like that, and they just take their time for themselves, and they don't deal. They just retire, and all that knowledge and wisdom and understanding that they done gained, they just taking it to the grave, and they're gonna just blow all their money on whatever the hell, and the rest gonna go back to go back into Babylon, and all that knowledge and know-how and all that, they just take it with them, keep it to themselves, hoard it, and don't give it back to these young brothers, these brothers and sisters. They're 21, 22 years old, 25, 30 and stuff. Give them something to use. And, that's something I could say about some of the brothers and sisters that were integral to Straightway Florida, like Brother Tony, Brother Craig, who these are older brothers, older than me, my seniors, and pour into me. Like Brother Tony is there for us if we need that wisdom and that information about how to navigate this tricky minefield of life. Where literally almost every option is a trap, and there's one correct option in these situations that you're presented with, and these brothers are there to pour in and spend their time, pouring in, to give selflessly of their wisdom and their knowledge, and they're not just keeping it to themselves. That's what we need. We need that. We need Pastor Dow's and Elder Rufus's and Elder Mitchell's and Elder Rufus's and stuff like that. These people, these brothers and sisters, Brett Cragos, who got this knowledge and know-how, and like on tap. I could just I gotta order a rebuild kit for my car. I don't have time to do the rebuild, to research what rebuild kit for the engine is gonna be the best. But I got Brett Crago. I'm gonna call him today, and he can tell me exactly what I need. You know what I'm saying? But you also need, like Pastor Dalby saying, people with teachable spirits that could be poured into. You got a lot of these, because this is why a lot of hoary-headed men, gray-haired men, older, wise men, a lot of men don't want to deal, they don't want to waste their time dealing with people in their 20s because they're so hard-headed and they so stubborn. And they don't want to, I want to enjoy my life. I don't want to, So you need brothers and sisters with teachable spirits, not passive-minded people, not stubborn people who are not going to be taught. You want people with teachable spirits. And, there's not a lot of those types of brothers and sisters out here. But prayerfully and thankfully, Yah has put those types of brothers and sisters around me that have teachable, willing spirits who are willing to grow and develop and want to pursue excellence. But yeah, man, so it's definitely a blessed thing to have those types of tools in place. And, and I watched, me and Sister Koya, we jumped in this thing and made the sacrifice because we saw the vision. We knew what it was going to be. And slowly, as other brothers and sisters saw how serious-minded we were, they joined in. They went in 100%. Yeah, man, it's a blessing, but it's work. It's laborious. I'm still scurrying and putting in a lot of work to keep up with what we have going on and putting in my work and making my sacrifices to keep this thing moving forward. You know, it's a labor of love. But, you know, again, a lot of people, like the word says, count the cost. You know, there's a lot of stuff that, you know, you're unaware of that's going to get tried, you know. But me, I'm telling you, I'm going to tell you about me. I was so sick and tired of being a servant of Babylon. Like, I can't convey it in words. Like how sick I was and of serving Babylon, knowing, having this type of wisdom, knowing, and when I say having this type of wisdom, having this type of wisdom of understanding what Babylon is and how it's just keeping us destroyed, and how it's me keeping me destroyed. The way out of Babylon, the way out of this oppression that we're under ain't complaining about the white man or complaining about America. The way out of this oppression is loving your brother as you love yourself and being selfless. That's the way out of this oppression. Okay? That is the way out. Not complaining, not being selfish, not trying to be like them, not all this other crap. The way out of this oppression is, you see what I'm saying? Loving your brother as you love yourself. And who is your brother? Those who keep the commandments. Okay? And what's keeping the commandments? Walking this thing out in spirit and in truth. Okay? That's keeping the commandments. So yeah, it's real talk. And in doing this walking, getting in line with the truth and everything, it taxes and tests parts of you. It shows you weaknesses, places you're going to have to grow. It's going to test. It's a beautiful thing because y'all going to see whether you really about that life. Okay? So yeah, man. But going back to what I'm saying and back to the title of this show, wrapping up and bringing it all home. Let me check my signal real quick. We good. Bringing it all home. Excellence, man. People don't realize, like, you come into this, you'll see why you're in the predicament you're in. You'll see why our people are in the predicament we're in. And a lot of brothers and sisters, they can't start growing until they get sick of their own crap. Once you get sick of your condition, of the condition you're in, and you're truly fed up with it, you'll go into this, and you'll get after this. So, but that's what I wanted to drop on y'all. Appreciate all y'all tuning in. Like I said, we are on the road. We are on our way for our Tabernacles vacation, basically. We got a whole bunch of work done down in Florida. If y'all were on Facebook watching, we did it while in the path of a hurricane. You know, we were out there while a lot of people were yesterday were under the covers, snuggled up, you know, in their beds. You know, at 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning yesterday, we were out there hooking a trailer up, heading out to a work site to get after it and get after it. The brothers did. They were out there getting after it. The brothers got a ton of work done. I would say over the past 2 days, we got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We got about 14 cameras, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we got about 19 cameras installed. 20. Yeah, we got about 20 cameras installed in about 2 or 3 days. And that includes pulling hundreds of feet of cable and everything. And these brothers, they on it, bro. Like this, that team, like we're gonna be the Bulls in the '90s. That's what we're headed to be in the low voltage electrical industry. We're gonna be the Bulls in there. I'm not just saying this, making jokes. I'm telling you. And then this past, we recently put the sisters on as an administrative branch, and I'm telling you, we're gonna be the Bulls. We're gonna be dominating like we're gonna be like the Masons of the electrical industry. We're gonna be the LeBron James of the low voltage electrical field. Like that's how these brothers move. That's how they on it. And why? Because we're being obedient to the Most High Yah. That's why. But all right. So let's see. Anyway, that's what I wanted to put out there. It's just really what I've been trying to do. Really make sure people understand the practical application of the Most High Yah's word, and not just the I guess what you could say the religious aspect of it. Because what I found, a lot of people get caught up in the religiosity, showmanship of Yah's word and his walk, but the practical application, the works, are lacking. And what we're gonna do, what I wanted to do is just make sure people understand the practical application of it, because that gives them a better big picture understanding of why you need to love your brother as you love yourself, why you need to have a selfless mindset, and why you need to be obedient to Yah's word on a moral level, where your moral character is at, where you're not being shysty or greedy or shady or lying or deceptive or manipulative, or disobedient or stubborn. Why all this is required, and the economic ramifications it has when you're walking this thing out in spirit and in truth. The applications it has when it comes to functioning. When I say economic, I'm just talking about when you and your brothers and sisters come together to do something, to do a project or something like that. I'm gonna be talking to Elder Mitchell very soon, because man, I'm gonna get some pictures from him, because I don't know if y'all been watching. I watch Elder Mitchell closely, okay? Because his footwork, like I like the dance he's doing, and I want to learn that. And he not just doing the hucklebuck or nothing like that. Like Elder Mitchell straight break dancing, like he getting down on the ground and just really doing the thing. Literally every week they building a different building over there. Like we went out there to his land, and we went out there, and I know from the last time we went out there to, if we go out there again, it's gonna look night and day different. It ain't gonna look like the same piece of land, because those brothers are getting after it. And why? Because he's being obedient to his leadership's example. I mean, Every time you go to Straightway, there's something new built there. So he following exactly what's in front of him, what Pastor Dow's doing. And Pastor Dow is not over there holding Elder Mitchell's hand. Elder Mitchell is simply observing, okay? He is observing what has been laid in front of him. And what am I doing? I'm observing my elders. I'm observing Elder Rufus closely. I'm observing Elder Mitchell closely. And I'm up there with Pastor Dow, so I'm up there on the land. I'm watching Pastor Dow. I'm watching how he deals with stuff, how he walks, how he talks, how he handles situations, everything. I'm not sitting there, hey, can you tell me this, Pastor? Hey, Pastor, should I do that? No. But a lot of y'all wait for me to tell you stuff. Man, hey, look, Chris, Emmanuel, Umbry, man, these brothers watch me and follow my lead. Like, if y'all watch us move, there's no communication. Koya, Aaliyah, Crystal, them sisters, you ain't got to be on them, tell them a bunch. You just point them in the general direction, and they get it. It's like a symphony orchestra. Some of y'all sound like the orchestra when it's warming up. You ever hear all them weird sounds coming out and you don't hear no music? That's a hint, Israel. I'm just giving out hints. So, anyway, y'all, I want to thank the Most High for keeping the Wi-Fi functioning great. While I've been out here, didn't skip or nothing. That's why I kept talking. It was like one skip at the beginning, and that was it. But the signal been strong, and I'm gonna have to remember where we're at so that if we're here again, I'll go live, keep going live, because I think I got in almost an hour. I hope this message was a blessing to y'all, and I look forward, like Pastor be saying, to seeing you, and you at the feast. The Most High, yeah. All right, shalom, y'all.